Good morning, everyone. My name is Anjali Jaiswal, and I am pursuing MSc Food Technology from Institute of Agriculture Science, BHU. So today I am going to present my presentation, which is on the topic traceability, trackability, and recalls. So let us know about what is traceability and trackability. So basically, traceability is the process by which we can identify the location of any particular product. Like if we want to know that where is the product now, so we can identify it by the process of traceability, and traceability is a point oriented. Now move to further, and that is trackability. So trackability means it gives all over the record of whole process, like any product, every product obviously it comes from farm to fork, and it has many steps between them. So trackability we just record the whole process from farm to fork, and we can find out that from where the product has came, uh, like what, how, and why, and it is path oriented. Now traceability is a tool which control food hazards, provide reliable product information, guarantee product authenticity, control food hazards in the sense, if we trace any product and we found any hazard at the time of processing, we can just remove it from there onwards, and we can thus reduce the food hazards. So, traceability or product tracing is defined by the Codex Alimentarius Commission, particularly CAC, as the ability to follow the movement of a food through specified stages of production, processing, and distribution. Traceability within food control systems is applied as a tool to control food hazards, provide reliable product information, and guarantee product authenticity. Designed to track the flow of product or product attributes through the production process or supply chain, as I talked earlier. Identification of the origin of food and feed ingredients and food sources. I also talked about this earlier. It means that we can find out the origin of the food from where it is came. This is the flow chart, and like we have, first of all we receive the raw materials from farm, then distributor to processing, then retailer, then customer. So it is the process of traceability, like tagging and sensing, navigation and communication, tagging, navigation and communication, digital reading recognition technology. So it is the flow process of any particular product, and generally this process by which we can identify the location that we call traceability. Now the functional roles of traceability: food safety incidents, food residue surveillance programs, risk assessment from food exposure, enforcement of labeling claims, fraud, food wastage, and food hygiene. Benefits of traceability: continuous improvement. Like if we trace any product, we can improve it throughout the process. Next is easier product callbacks or returns. If we have any type of problems or any type of complaints in the food product, we can easily return the product to the company. Next is better customer retention. If we follow this process, we can easily remove hazardous things from the product, and by which customer have satisfaction in the by the quality of the product. So better customer retention, improved company reputation, streamlined inventory management, cost savings and higher profits, better compliance, higher quality products, as I talked about earlier. So, on the basis of activity, traceability is classified into two types: external traceability and internal traceability. In external traceability, we have all the traceable items to be uniquely identified and information to be shared between all affected distribution channel participants. The identification of products for the purpose of traceability may include assignment of unique product identification number, batch or lot number. Since every product has its unique product identification number and batch or lot number, by which we can trace the product from where it has came. So it is very useful in that way. Next is internal traceability. It is linkage of raw materials to those of the finished goods. When one material is combined with others and processed, reconfigured or repacked, the new product must have its own unique product identifier. A label showing the lot number of the traceable input product should remain on the packaging until that entire traceable product is depleted. So this is the internal traceability and external traceability. In internal traceability, we have supplier parts, production site where the product is manufactured, national warehouse where the product is stored, regional warehouse in this process the distributors have their product and distribute it to the retailers. And in external traceability, we have a point distribution network, that is points of sale, and at last it goes to the customer. According to the direction, we have two traceability, that is forward or client traceability and backward or supplier traceability. In forward and or client traceability, it is the ability at every point of supply chain to find the locality of the product. Means that at every point of processing, from farm to fork, we can just find or locate our product. In backward or supplier traceability, it is the ability of every point in supply chain to find the origin and characteristics of the product. In this, we can find the origin and the characteristics of the product. So this is the forward traceability and backward traceability. Sources of the requirement, then requirements, then work product that implement the requirement. So the upper one is pre-requirement traceability and the lower one is post-requirement traceability. So it is a very important topic, that is what is a food recall. Food recall is the I will clear it with the example. Just like I have a company and I manufactured a lots of product and then I have distributed it to the retailers. Now retailers found something mistake or something wrong with the product. Then then he has the right to return the food to the company from where he or she he has taken. So it is called food recall. In the event of a food safety incident or emergency, it is a rare case and it is the case of emergency. Removing unsafe food from the market. That's why I have said that the retailer has right to resend the product to the company, by which removing the unsafe food product from the market and thus reducing the risk to the consumers. Protecting consumers by recalling products. This training tool uses the working definition of the term recall as defined in the mentioned FAO or WHO guide, that is Recall is the action to remove food from the market at any stages of the food chains, including consumers. Means if consumers has just opened the product and want to eat, and he or she saw that the product is spoiled or the product contain foreign material, he or she has right to claim and give the feedback to the company and can return the product to the company. Now, the examples of unsafe foods that should be removed from the market. Product identified at the source of a food outbreak, above legal quantities of pesticide residues in vegetables, metal fragments in a puree, critical quantities of microorganisms in ground meat, and the last, allergenic nuts in a nut-free cereal mixture. Efficient recalls require traceability. So, tracing within a food chain requires that each business should be able to identify which of its products are or potentially are unsafe and communicate to others, authorities, customers, consumers, which products have been identified as safe and need to be recorded, as I told earlier. Now, the identification and traceability. So, the ISO 9001 2015 states the following three requirements around identification and traceability. Use suitable means to identify outputs when it is necessary to ensure the conformity of products and services. Identify the status of outputs with respect to monitoring and measuring requirements throughout production and service position. Control the unique identification of the outputs when traceability is a requirement, and retain documented information to enable traceability. Every single product have to be documented at every stage for the later recall or anything else to be traced. Certification and traceability. Worldwide consumers increasingly demand evidence that agricultural products meet specific quality standards and are grown and harvested in a sustainable manner. So today, what we eat, it all the things comes from the agriculture. So everything must be of specific quality and should be of free from every foreign materials or pesticides residue, etc., and are grown and harvested in a sustainable manner. Certifications communicate to consumers that agricultural products meet independent standards, including food safety. Food safety is the most important thing for every food. Methods of production, quality, environmental protection, etc. In addition to satisfy buyers and promote food safety, there are growing governmental requirements to ensure that agricultural products can be effectively traced along supply chains. So, to satisfy the customer, they are growing governmental requirements that they want to ensure the consumers that if the consumer wants to trust the agricultural product, they can. Obtaining and maintaining certifications and implementing traceability are critical for agribusinesses and exporting countries to remain competitive in increasingly regulated and specialized markets. CNFA works alongside both private and public sector stakeholders to improve certification and traceability, thereby expanding market opportunities and improving international competitiveness of developing countries. This employ a wide range of tools and approaches to help farmers and agribusinesses obtain and maintain certification that facilitate market access, including promoting awareness of quality standards and certification processes, upgrading infrastructure and technology to meet quality standards, facilitating exposure visits to certified farms and agribusinesses, and coaching on best management practices. So, in this, basically, they want to conclude that that every farm is gonna be certified now, and they ensure all their products should be quality standard and maintained at the level of food safety. So here are the references from which I take the things materials, and thank you.